Flavored Vivid. For those of you guys new here, my name is Carissa. The way that I do my readings is intuitively. I like to start off in your etheric energy, ground it down to the physical, some general messages. I pull a spread on your finances and career. I pull a spread on your love life, and then I close that with spirit guide messages. First of all, justice season is here. Karma season is here. Okay, and you're going to be directly impacted by it. Cancers, as long as you guys have been morally aligned, you're going to be receiving a lot of really good karma, and you're going to see the ones that have harmed you get their ass handed to them, which is always, nice to know that the universe is handling things on your behalf. All cardinal signs are really going to be impacted by this the most. However, that does not mean that they're the only signs impacted. So, Capricorns, Cancers, Libras, and oh my gosh, I just blanked. Aries, duh. Okay. Aries are going to be the ones that are impacted by this energy the most. For those of you guys who have been doing the inner work, the universe is really bringing to you a lot of structure, stability, motivation, and drive to charge on forward here. So it's a really good energy. Cancers, I got the song Needed Me by Rihanna in my head almost immediately when I started this reading here. I was just like, oh, I haven't heard that song in forever. So the lyrics go, I was good on my own, that's the way it was, that's the way it was. You were good on the low for a faded fuck, on some faded love. Shit, what the F you complaining for? Feeling jaded, huh? Used to trip off that shit I was kicking to you. Had some fun on the run though, I'll give it to you, but baby, don't get it twisted. You're just another person on a hit list, okay? Trying to fix your inner issues with a bad bitch. Cancers, giving bad bitch energy, okay? Didn't they tell you that I was a savage? Fuck your right horse in your carriage. Bet you never could imagine. Never told you you could have it, but you needed me. Cancers, you got somebody here who's going to come around apologizing, okay? And you need to be mindful. Be mindful and cautious. They are not sorry. They are not sorry. The thing is, the Saturn is probably handing them exactly what they try to dish out or project onto you. All right, so they're trying to come around to have you absolve their karma. That does not mean that they're sorry. You can always accept an apology, but I would be cautious about moving forward with this person or accepting this person back into your life, okay? You need to find out more information. Don't you dare go put it in the work where it's not deserved, all right? Let them work for you. This Be Mindful card says they're not sorry. They're taking the focus off of their actions and deflecting. You deserve better. Okay, so be mindful here. Yeah, this person could have made up lies to convince themselves and others that you're not who you claim to be. That's the card behind it. And then the card behind that is it's time to walk away from that painful situation. From that situation, even though it's painful. Okay, and spiraling. So you got somebody spiraling, whether you're aware of it or not. And it's because you're about to be on a come up energy and they needed you. They needed you, as that Rihanna song says here, okay? And again, you're being guided to be cautious going forward. Mercury retrograde is in the reverse here, and then we also have sexuality in the reverse. You could be part of the LGBTQIA plus community, however, you do not have to be for this to resonate, okay? But this person here is trying to keep you stuck in a cycle here. They're trying to retrograde back into your life, and Spirit's like, no, leave my Cancers alone. The rest of you guys that look really good. First of all, you got your own card here, the Moon card. Now, this is you and your power, number one. For me personally, as a tarot reader, this is you being very connected to your intuition, seeing through the darkness, seeing through the BS, that type of energy. However, it also is representative of illusion. So again, caution, not everything is the way that it seems. Move forward. Or proceed forward. Yeah, Three of Cups in the reverse, and the Chariot card, again another card representing you, Cancers, and your power here in the upright. Proceed forward with caution, essentially, is what I'm getting. Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't Three of Cups, it's Two of Cups, even worse. So when it comes to another person, they could be creating some sort of illusion. Listen to your intuition over them, okay? You have right now and receiving. Spirit's trying to open you up to receive here. Stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of yourself, far ahead of the flow, okay? You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled in each moment. And every day, it will become easier for you to receive the highest divine plan and trust your own inner guidance. I feel like a lot of you guys are needing to tap into this, like, fifth house type of energy. Hello, Eliana. Welcome. Rebecca. Please read for Taurus next. Okay, I absolutely can. I haven't had Taurus requested. I am doing cardinal signs today, just with all of them. But I will be live later this week, and we can definitely do fixed signs tomorrow. So Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. We'll do that, and I will get that out for you. Okay. So tomorrow, check my channel. But anyways, so Cancers, for you right now here, it's about being present, about being grounded in the present and tapping into that. Again, I feel like Leo energy, maybe you have Leo in your chart, fifth house energy. Again, children, childhood, your inner child, learning to receive, learning to have fun. Like, think about children. Children have no problem asking for their needs to be met. So, again, like my kids will straight up be like, Mom, I want In-N-Out. Let's go get In-N-Out. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I'm just like, okay. I have no problem. I know that I'm the mom. I'm the one nurturing them and feeding them their inner child here. So allow yourself to receive. For some of you guys, this is a winning pattern, whereas like as a kid, you were perceived as a burden, and that perpetuated throughout your life in some sort of way. Or, maybe your family didn't have much, right? Growing up, and you were never nurtured in that way. So it's like reparenting that inner child, allowing yourself to receive the love, the generosity, and the divine gifts that the universe has for you. Okay. Allow yourself to listen to your inner child. We have the sun though on here, and that's why I keep picking up on this Leo energy. Seagulls can be significant to you at this point in time right now. Okay. Dharma I'm hearing as well. So Dharma is a different concept than karma, depending on again your belief system. Well, not depending on your belief system, but again, maybe you're aligned to that. Lotus flowers, that's come up in kind of like every sign. So you could have like Libra or Capricorn. Those are the other two signs I've done today already. And then when it comes to your career, this looks really good. I need you to be innovative though. This is about breaking the mold. This is about standing in your power, okay? You are being given a power position here. You're being either promoted or called to lead in some sort of way. It's time for you to step up and step into your sovereignty and guide yourself and others with compassion and innovative thinking here. This is where you're needing to really embrace creativity. Again, fifth house energy, creative ways of breaking certain molds or structures, and coming out differently, seeking new perspectives and being open to change in order to stay ahead in your career. So for example here, the new age spirituality has really done its thing here, where it's like, oh, twin flame this and twin flame that, and everybody's looking for their twin flame, which is totally fine. And I'm not saying that they're not legitimate. Okay. It's just it's an ascension trap, essentially, okay? Our egos can get caught up in being divinely chosen and going by all these specific labels here, instead of actually recognizing like, yo, you are a human here to have a human experience, and it doesn't matter what label we attach to it here. So being innovative, essentially, in that way, and why I'm bringing all of this up would be like, I think it's like being ahead of the curve, essentially, and not feeding into these specific stereotypes that essentially are going to be outdated and washed away. It's kind of like after a hurricane, there's a lot of clutter on the beach, and then the waves come and drag it back out into the ocean. Okay. All right, be transparent with others is showing up here as well, and understand that this situation is already taken care of. Like, trust the universe, trust the divine, in whatever you are currently experiencing here. But be transparent with others. Be your authentic self. Say how you feel, and say it with your chest. All right, Cancers, what do we got? Messages, please, for the Cancerian collective. Surrender and gratitude. Surrender to gratitude is what I'm seeing here. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as though you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest, to stop trying to control the whole universe. Like I said, ego, label, etc. That's all for the monkey mind, the monkey brain, and society being like, you need to be this, and you need to be that, and you're a starseed, and you're an Arcturian, and you're this, and you're human. Bro, you're fucking human. All right, don't let these people feed you a bunch of nonsense. Ground yourself, go touch grass, hug a tree, and recognize that you are part of this beautiful ecosystem that we call Earth, okay? Mama Earth. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. And that is the gratitude card. So you are a vehicle of gratitude here. Okay. Listening to your own inner navigation. You got your own navigation system. Okay. Your own updates here. Messages, please, for Cancers. What do they need to know this week? General messages for Cancers. What do they need to know this week? This is fertilizer for your next step in life. Yes, love that. Okay, you got a lot of cards. Oh, okay. All right. Some of you guys are dealing with some feast and famine money patterns. That's typical. We just had a transit, or just got out of a transit here where, you know, a lot of people were indulgent spending, because the energy was in Cancer, actually. So, you know, they were doing what, like, feels good and overindulging, eating out too much, you know, that type of thing. It's time to, like, secure that, or tighten the belt buckle. Okay, fasten the belt buckle here. Now it's in Leo, and while it's in Leo here, it's all about doing things that are pleasurable and fun that don't necessarily require money or finances. Think about children. Like, children don't have money. You know, they don't make money. They don't go to work on a daily basis. But still, they're making mud pies, and they're playing hopscotch and doing this and doing that. Utilizing Parks and Recreation. That's a great show, by the way. I love that show. I thought it was so hilarious. But utilizing that type of stuff around you. Just being in your vicinity is healing for others. People benefit from being around you and your energy. Okay. They don't like that you don't want their approval, but their approval would require you to abandon your purpose. You are aligned, they are not. Okay. So there's somebody around you, or a group of people, a community, whatever it is, that want you to basically seek out their approval. You don't give a shit. You don't care at all, which is a very powerful place to be. Your love is genuine. Do not change. Okay. This could be a family that's kind of wanting you to seek their approval, whatever it is, however it's showing up for you. Let's go ahead and get some clarity, though. A mother, I just heard. Okay. Anyways, your love is genuine. Do not change. This is fertilizer for your next step in life. So everything that you're currently experiencing, yes, the Star card and the Five of Swords, Spirit's asking you genuinely, like, don't worry. This is fertilizer for your next step in life here. There's going to be a lot of healing and a lot of wish fulfillment that is coming in for you here. You are aligned to your true star, your North Star, okay? Two of Wands in the reverse. Don't divert from the current path that you're on unless you are intuitively guided to, and it's 100% necessary. I mean, yes, be innovative, be open to change, but open to change in a way where you're staying ahead of the curve while still remaining grounded in the present. So being open to change is like, oh, like, for example, if you're doing you're planning, you know, you're rescaping your lawn. Okay, so for example, like, let's say, landscaping, re-landscaping here. I want a tree in my front yard. I can stay present in the moment and be like, I'm going to go ahead and purchase a tree. And then I plant it in the yard. And then I'm thinking for the long term by planting that tree now, if that makes sense to you guys, okay? That's how we stay present in the moment while still, you know, staying ahead of the curve. We are planning for our future version here by doing what we can in the present today. What you do today matters tomorrow. Exactly. Just being in your vicinity is healing for other people. Okay. They benefit by being around you and in your energy. We have the Three of Coins in the reverse and the Full card. A lot of people are acting like they don't, though. Okay. The Eight of Coins, the Sun card, and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. That's because these individuals, you know, there's a lot of people out in the world that just, like, they want to humble other individuals, and it comes from a place of insecurity and timid energy and insecurity. It comes from a lot of different places. So I feel like you're not always given the credit that you deserve in certain scenarios. Yeah, King of Cups, but a lot of people come to you for your wisdom, for your love, your nurturance, your intuition, your knowledge here. You're a very trustworthy individual, and they know that they can trust what you are sharing, what you are giving. Okay, so they see you as somebody who's trustworthy, but they aren't necessarily constantly like giving you your flowers or anything. And that again is not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them. Feast and famine money patterns. Tell me about this for Cancers. Okay, we have the Two of Cups in the reverse and the Seven of Coins in the reverse. Okay, so you're kind of wasting a lot of money, Cancers. I don't know what you're wasting money on. It could be like relationships, right? You break up and things like that. You could have a partner who expects you to like take care of them, a child who expects you to take care of them still. You know, maybe they're a grown adult, whatever, however it's showing up in your life, Cancers. Going out with friends, I heard. You could be spending a lot of money going out with friends right now. And there is a need to kind of tighten your belt buckle in that type of way. And seek pleasure that is more financially aligned, okay? They don't like that you don't want their approval, but their approval would require you to abandon your purpose. You are aligned and they are not. Tell me about this. The Death card in the reverse and the Ace of Coins. Yeah, you're about to get a brand new beginning, and a lot of people during your new beginning are going to be, they've been like avoiding a transformation or a change in their own life, okay? Four of Swords. I feel like meditation is going to be really important. Resting, realigning, like connecting with nature is going to be very vital during this time as well. And there's a lot of people, again, it's like they're waiting for you to, okay. Yeah. Okay. I was literally going to say this. Six of Cups here. You're not the same person that you used to be in the past. And in the past, people were able to manipulate you, coerce you into believing certain things. They used to be able to prey on certain emotions, vulnerabilities, etc., etc. You were a different person. You didn't set a boundary and actually stick to it here. You know, you sought out approval, and that's okay. Maybe this was from childhood, you know, whatever it was. It doesn't matter. That's not who you are anymore. And these individuals are intimidated by your change. They look up to it, they admire it, but at the same time, they're intimidated by it here. You are comfortable in your own skin now. The Moon card, and it broke every single illusion that they had over you. Not of you, but over you, okay? Jesus was judged by his own followers, exactly. He was prosecuted by his own people. We have the High Priestess in the reverse. These individuals have distorted energy with the Eight of Swords, the High Priestess in the reverse, and the Five of Cups. You know, it's just kind of like spiritual people, like you'll see it often here. I mean, I'm gonna use my wife as an example for this, but it's like when we leave the country, or we get up and like we move all of a sudden, like all of her family is always just like, oh, that's so stupid. Why would you do that? Or why do you move so much? You need stability. You need this. But they didn't receive the same call that we did to move. They didn't receive the same energetic alignment that we did, or whatever it may be, you know? And so they may not be supportive of it. That's the same with these people. These people aren't connected to their own intuition. They don't understand your spirituality, your connection, okay? And so it stifles them in being able to support you. So while they want your validation because they want you to validate them because they feel invalidated, because they don't feel important without your validation. That's how valuable you actually are. The Justice card here, and you're gonna see a lot of individuals get their karma for this, okay? I feel like they've been treating you very unfairly, okay, judging you unfairly. I just said you're gonna see karmic justice in regards to this, and they can't hide from this. They can't ignore this anymore. These people, you know, it's like, well, they're so busy trying to make you feel like you needed their approval. They're going to be the ones seeking your approval. They're the ones that are going to be wanting to come back around in your good graces. Whether this is a lover, a friend, a family member, a coworker, it doesn't matter how this is showing up in your life. You'll know better than I do. This is just a general reading here. The Star card, there's going to be a lot of healing. There's going to be a lot of people where it's like you're on top and they're all asking for help. They're reaching out to you for the help now. They see you for who you are, Knight of Coins, and you're going to be able to decide how to proceed forward forward, because while you were busy focused on yourself, they were back here literally making fun of you, laughing, making jokes, okay, 10 of Cups in the reverse, while completely being unaligned, disappointing their own ancestors and guides, not doing the inner work. It's so much easier to judge a book by its cover than it is to actually sit down and read chapter by chapter, sentence by sentence. A lot of people don't read. They don't read. And that's just so weird to me, because I will go through like a book a week. I love reading, but I am a bookworm. You know, bookworms are real. Fun fact. They are real, okay? And I don't mean like as in human, like, haha, you're a bookworm. No, bookworms are real. Okay, they're little worms that live in the book and they eat the paper of the book, okay? Anyways, Queen of Wands here in the reverse, the World card, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, the tables are about to turn for you, Cancers, in regards to this, okay? These people are going to see how insecure they were and how their energy stemmed from insecurity and trying to bring you down because of your talents, your gifts, your beauty, whatever it is that you bring to the table, your intelligence, you know, whatever it may be. Your love is genuine. Do not change. Tell me about that for Cancers. The Sun card. Simple. You are successful being your authentic self. Not everyone's going to be willing to accept that, but you are also not for everyone, and you should not be accessible to everyone, okay? The Chariot card. You should always stand in your power and know that the divine has your back. There's going to be a lot of people sweating over your glow up, over your frequency, over what's about to happen for you. Not to you, but for you, okay? You are a very tempered soul. You're very aligned. And again, I feel like I'm talking to a Cancer who has really been doing the inner work. Yeah, it is time to walk away from that situation, even though it's painful. Whatever that situation is for you. Again, this is that spiraling energy. As I'm shuffling out the deck though, and somebody swears you're sending negative things their way, but it's just their own bad karma. Oops. Daddy Saturn moving into Aries is very beneficial for my cardinal signs, okay? He's like, oh yeah, you remember when you littered on this person's doorstep here and you try to project all your bullshit shit? Well, here you go. Here it is, back in your yard. Now you can't even clean it out of your house because you're a freaking hoarder of projections. Here's all these projections back, okay? Clean up your own mess. And that's exactly what's happening here, and it's showing up for you in your reading, so I love it. I love it. I don't care. Yeah. All right, let's get into your guys' finances and career. We have cutting ties and personal branding. Nice. Some of you guys might be opening up your own business, cutting ties with a business partner, really stepping into your magic. Okay, professional networking is going to be very important and vital for you to make progress at this time. Let's go ahead and see what we have got. Messages, please, for Cancers. Messages, please, for Cancers. What do they need to know in regards to career and finances this week? You've got answers in Money Matters, okay? You have Passage, very nice, and Connections and Drama. Overall energy. Cancers, you guys have the best reading so far, okay? You are only the third sign that I've done starting this week off, but it's still the best energy. You're about to have your dreams come true. Your wish come true is overall energy. Your wish is being granted, but it's not going to come in the way that you expect. No worries, it's exactly what you need, okay? So the divine is with you right now. Your current situation is changing here, okay? You're kind of in this like uncertain voyage to this like new world, this new reality, that new, okay? So enjoy the discoveries as you go here. And there's going to be a need for you to like build bridges between people and, you know, make sure that your actions are setting you up for the next opportunity, but beware of like troublemakers in the workplace or people only befriending you for, you know, the wrong reasons here. I'm a Capricorn. My approach is not going to be your approach, but I am going to share this. My wife is also a Capricorn, okay? We don't mix business and pleasure, ever. Ever, ever, ever. So, for example, today she texted me and she's like, oh, my coworker wanted to be friends, you know, and asked me for my Instagram, and I told her no, and she questioned my boundary immediately. I was like, why not? And my wife had to explain, I don't mix work and pleasure like that, you know? It's just a boundary. It doesn't mean that they're not friends at work. Well, acquaintances at work here, but there's no reason for that person to have access to my wife's personal life. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm getting here. Don't mix business and pleasure, okay? Be very mindful and self-aware of people having access to your personal life, okay? Make sure that you have to understand, when people have access to your personal life, it leaves space for them to fill in blanks, make assumptions, spread rumors, gossip by what they see, etc., etc. There's no reason. I know that I'm not the only one that thinks this way. A lot of very successful individuals don't have coworkers on their social media or bosses or managers, etc. It's just not necessary for the job to be done. And it's important to have that profound boundary for other people to kind of follow, okay? So I do feel that you have to be careful, because there are going to be individuals around that want to network and connect with you, but they're going to be very dramatic, or they're going to try to like start rumors or gossip or this or that. And it's because you have a wish coming true. So understand that outside energies can throw off your inner alignment if you allow them. Make sure that you're watching your expenses and saving up for the future. You need to be prepared for the unexpected, okay? But understand that you will also find unique ways to stand out. And some of you guys are going to find a new job opening. So you could be coming into like a new job, a new career path here. Someone's worried about childcare. I feel like you're going to find the right childcare. I don't know what that's alluding to for you, but I do feel like you're going to find the right childcare, okay? Messages, please. We've got Ace of Wands. Yeah, new beginnings, new passion projects, new talents, new gifts, okay? You being excited about something. Be mindful of the contracts that you are signing, though. Some of you guys could be moving as well. New home, new car, 9 of Pentacles, signing with a new job, okay, that pays a good amount of money. You're going to feel very financially secure. I feel like you were very exhausted, like this wasn't easy. It's kind of coming last minute is what I'm getting, but I do see you being excited about it for whoever needs that information, okay? Tell me about passage. We have the 2 of Coins in the reverse, with the 7 of Cups in the reverse, and the Magician in the upright. So a lot of you guys are trying to manifest some sort of new beginning. But you are uncertain. I mean, with the 7 of Cups in the reverse, it's like, yes, you're clear. It's a new beginning. You're trying to manifest something for yourself. But with the 2 of Coins in the reverse, it's like you don't know how things are going to go. And a part of you wants to know exactly what's going to happen or how it's going to happen. 8 of Swords, and you're kind of ruminating on that. That's where Spirit's asking you to surrender. Surrender and trust and know that it's going to come in, but not the way that you expect it here. It's about being, Saturn and Aries is all about being disciplined and taking action and finding that inner motivation to stay consistent. Saturn and Aries is consistency. Anything that's very impulsive is going to be fleeting because it's impulsive energy, or it's going to be met with results that are not great or what you wanted, right? However, the Hierophant, yeah, stay dedicated, stay motivated, and look at untraditional ways to kind of like be innovative here. It's not necessarily untraditional, but staying ahead of the curve is going to be important for you right now. Tell me about connections and drama. We've got the Devil card here and the Knight of Coins. Like I said, you need boundaries. The Devil card can represent boundaries, okay? Ace of Cups reverse. Not everybody has the same heart or energy that you have, and there's a lot of people that want to come in and kind of like, rain on your parade, essentially. The Chariot card, especially when they're seeing you in your power and they're seeing you fly forward. It's kind of like everybody wants to, copy your swagger or whatever, right? They want to... they don't come from a genuine place of like wanting to be around you. They come from a place of like wanting to use you for what you have. 7 of Coins in the reverse. So make sure that you're not wasting your time with the wrong people. Tell me about wish come true for Cancers. Knight of Wands. Dedication is your motivation. That's going to bring in what you want, okay? The Hangman here and the King of Pentacles in the upright. I see you being very stable. The Sun card, successful, practical, okay? Grounded in yourself. And again, the Knight of Wands is very active, like actively going after what you want. Now's not really the time to sit around and wait. At all. Don't sit around. Not with Saturn and Aries. No, this is a time of action, okay? It's a time of going after what you want. Don't get lazy with it. Stay consistent. So for example, it's like saying that you want a 6-pack, but then you're like lazy and you don't do anything to actually get a 6-pack. You're not changing your diet, not going to the gym. So you're not going to see the results that you want. It's very obvious, right? But if you change your diet and you go to the gym and you do your ab exercises or whatever, you'll get that 6-pack. You'll get the results that you want. So really your outcome is determined by you and your action and the way that you take action towards what you want. So make sure that you're taking action and everything is aligned to what you want, okay? Spiritually, physically, mentally, all of it. Okay, love it here. Yeah, be careful of the clout chasers though. That's all I gotta say, because you got a bunch of good stuff coming in and everyone's gonna be like, I've been there since the beginning. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Be careful of that, okay? Like I said, career advancement, as I'm shuffling this out, yes. You're going to start seeking out opportunities for growth in your career. Make sure that you guys have updated your resume. Network with industry professionals. Network, not befriend. Network, okay? And consider further education or training. Career passion here. Following your career passions, identifying what excites you, and pursuing opportunities that align with your interests, and stay motivated by your purpose. Love to see it. All right, messages please for Cancer's love life, matters of the heart. Cancer's love life, matters of the heart. You got somebody spying on you right away. Okay, they think they're a detective. Messages please for Cancers, because this person could have left you for somebody else or just like ghosted you or stopped communicating with you. They weren't very loyal or faithful in some sort of way. You could be an animal lover. Okay, Spirit's asking you to let go and move on. Genuinely, they're like, when this person tries to come back around, it's a no. Move with caution here. They're not genuinely sorry. They sabotage their connection with you. Okay, I don't know why I'm hearing this, and it's not necessarily appropriate, but I am gonna say it. You're a part of like the training process for this person. Since they want to act like a dog, they're being trained like a dog. No means no. Sit means sit. Stay back means stay back. You know what I mean? Like this person needs to learn how to potty outside instead of inside on the carpet. And they're going to learn that by you upholding your boundaries and remaining consistent with those boundaries. I do see somebody new coming into your life though, or they may get wind of you dating somebody new or going out with somebody new. I don't know which deck. Spirit's asking you to make room for new beginnings. They're on its way to you now. You could have been dealing with a fixed sign. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. You don't have to be. Messages, please, for the someone else in communication card. 9 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, somebody's being very selfish. They're only thinking about themselves in the moment. The Tower card. And I think that you were very surprised by it. You could have been dealing with the Scorpio. You don't have to be. You get a Scorpio in your chart. Of course, take it as it resonates for you. But somebody's being very selfish and they kind of created a mess. Page of Cups in the reverse. Like I said, this is somebody who's emotionally unavailable and they need to learn the lesson. If you want to act childish, then you will go ahead and go through this stuff. 4 of Wands in the reverse, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, the Page of Cups in the reverse here. Some of you guys could be spending a lot more time with a pet though, just like on a more serious note, but that's not what I'm getting. Like you could have had a pet name for this person. Okay, I don't know, I'm hearing Pookie. So maybe you call them like Pookie. Yeah. Date night here, the sun card. I would be quiet about you dating somebody else or going on a date with someone else. If they try to come back around and ask you to go out with them, it's a no. Hard pass. Yeah, 6 of Cups in the Wheel of Fortune, because somebody might be trying to come back around or repeat a cycle. You already learned from the situation. It's your turn to teach, okay? That's only if that person is trying to like come back around and like take you out, wine and dine you. 5 of Swords. It's gonna be, yeah, you're just, it's the same fucking circus act. You've already seen this show before. Don't buy tickets. There's no reason to buy tickets and rewatch the same thing over and over again, especially when you didn't like it the first time around. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. They have not changed. They're still the same person. 7 of Cups here, and it's like they're just trying to come in and like confuse you. They want to see if they can like pull you again. It's like an ego, you're like an ego boost to this person, and they're freaking weird. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles. Spirit saying no. Tell me about let go. 6 of Wands in the reverse. It's not going to be successful. You're not going to be successful with this individual. Tell me about move on. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, that's 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. This person's codependent. King of Swords in the reverse, they're a liar. Ace of Swords, and you already know the truth about them. Magician in the reverse, the Fool card in the reverse, 10 of Cups in the reverse. They'll never be able to provide you the happiness that you want, okay? They're a liar, they're a manipulator. They're not changing. It's time to let go. It's time to move on from this person. You know, you'll never find that like honeymoon stage. You'll never be able to rebuild your trust with this individual again, unfortunately here. Now, for those of you guys that are not dealing with somebody from your past at all, tell me about date night for those that are dealing with a new individual. Okay. This new person is like your good karma. Okay, they're really somebody who's like very balanced. It could be a Libra, it does not have to be. 9 of Cups. And the 2 of Cups with the 5 of Pentacles reverse. So this is somebody who like genuinely sees you. Okay, they want to meet you eye to eye. 7 of Swords in the reverse. Like they don't have any like F-boy, F-girl tendencies. They're just very strategic about who they get in relationships with, and they also know that you're kind of guarded, so they want to take their time with you. They know that you've been like abused before and hurt before, okay? They might know the person that you used to date in some sort of way. Maybe you guys are from like the same town or something, right? Then maybe you follow each other on social media, but they find you somebody who's very attractive, very talented, very gifted. They think that you get a lot of attention, or they feel like that because they're so attracted to you. Eight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, they want like your guys' date to be very stress-free as well. Like they want you to be your authentic self. The Sun card here. They really want it to go very well. So this person's kind of nervous for how the date's gonna go, but only because they want to make sure that they're I don't know, like making an impression on you. 3 of Swords, and they know that, like, I don't know, this person knows what you've been through. They know something about your past, and they want to do everything to like not be that way. Well, good. I'm glad that they know where you're coming from and are willing to be the difference here. But the person, again, if you guys are dealing with that person coming back, they're a fucking liar. I already said that. Now the liar card is coming up from the past. Vacation, they're emotionally checked out. Like they've been checked out here and then move on. Came right back out, you guys. I'm telling you, gambling. Now this person has like some sort of weird addiction. They have problems with addictions, gambling, bad finances, sex, etc. Like attention. Okay. You could have been dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're trying to like manifest you back, but it's not it. Okay, or you could have fire in your chart. Take it as it resonates for you. Anyways, so the past is a no. It's a hell to the no. What the helly? What the heliante? Okay. Closing this out. Take back control in your life. Finances and home life are stable. Stay blessed. And then you have somebody that likes you. So like I said, I know there's like 2 different storylines. Pick your story, okay? Those of you guys that aren't dealing with anybody from your past, totally cool. But you've still got a new person coming in. They really like you. They know your history and they don't want to be anything like your past. They're going to really take the time, effort, and energy to show you that they're not that way, okay? What the hell all day long? Same. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know. It's like, yeah. Messages, please. We have, you will receive clarity soon. Okay, you have trust your intuition on this. Feathers and coins, we are with you. Bottom of the deck, hone in on your craft and mastery here. Top of the deck is we are sending you healing. Be open to receive. Center of the deck and overall energy is ask what this is teaching you. There was a lesson in this situation. Now it's time for you to be the teacher. Okay, feel through your emotions without identifying with them. Cancers, that's what I've got for you guys. I love you. Congratulations on your brand new cycle. Congratulations on you being in your power, feeling self-empowered, and all your good karma coming in. Don't forget to like this reading. Leave me a comment down below. I do appreciate it for the algorithm, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, Cancers. Oops.